Great, so thank you so much for joining us. I'm joined here by Karine Duclos, who is Marketing and Communication Director of Reunion Roland Garros Airport. Karine, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
Firstly, just how are things going with the recovery of your airport?
It's going well. The last summer has been a very exciting for us because we've seen so many passengers. So we are very happy to welcome all the passengers from everywhere. We are not at the same level as 2019. We will end, I think, around 2 million passengers. So we are like less than 20% compared to 2019.
I see. And because your airport is the gateway to the island, what did you do to assure passengers that it was safe to travel?
Yeah, it was a very difficult moment during the pandemic because all the media, all the passengers feel like the virus coming from the airport. So for us, it has been a very challenge. And I really thank all the team because we've been so agile to put in place the solutions of having all the security that passengers were looking for, all the cleanliness, all the comfort that we can offer to the passenger in the airport. So it's been a very challenge, and we thank ACI as well because we got the trophy for the best Africa, who have done the biggest effort on this topics.
Fantastic. And I know non-aeronautical revenues have become very important to airports, after the pandemic. So how has your airport innovated to develop this revenue stream?
Yeah, it's been in our strategy for the last 5 years to really get more diversity on revenues. So we have developed all the F&B, of course, new F&Bs, new duty-free shops, new restaurants. We've developed our parking spaces. We developed our rental car spaces. So all these sources has been done. We have developed as well a new website to get the e-commerce in place and to work on different services that the airport can offer to the passenger. But I think the next 5 years is not going to be on developing non-aeronautical, but it's really to get the best services to the passengers and customize these services. So we work on it. We are not yet, but it's our vision, yeah.
And how well do you know your passengers? What is most important to them? How do you collect feedback from them as such?
So we have different sources of feedback. Of course, we follow the ASQ departure panel surveys that help us to really prioritize where we need to get the pain point solutions and to enhance what's are positive. So for us, it's a very good process to measure the satisfaction of passenger and the emotion. We have the sources as well from social media, through our website. So all these are merged, and we try to get close as possible to the passenger to really get the answer, or really get the solution of the new services that they were looking for.
Of course, as soon as something happens to a passenger, social media is normally the first place that we'll hear about it.
It is. We need some time to measure, but yeah, it's a good trend.
Now, I know you touched upon the new website, but what new digital tools, apart from that, have you developed for your passenger to aid their journey? Is there anything else?
Yeah, well, our revamp of the new website, we has really work on the new user UX, the user experience. So to really help the passenger to get before their trip, before their journey, to get them prepared before arriving at the airport. So we have all the services on booking their parking place. So that's now we own the product, so we are very proud of it, and we work on some services that how to get the traffic around the airport, all the public transportation as well has to be very important for us. All the getting the alert of flights, if you want to get some notification. Well, we work with the airlines, but we can get this service as well at the airport. So everything that could be prepared before they're arriving at the airport, and all, of course, the services that they could find at the airport to get down the stress before coming.
That sounds fantastic. It sounds like you give customers really advanced information to give them greater control over their journey and more predictability, like you mentioned.
Yeah, and I think now what's changed maybe it's people are really ready to looking for the information on websites, and for us it's really at an airport, it's not obvious for a passenger to go on the website for an airport. So as an airport, is really to help them to, in this trip platform, they could find everything that they need. So it's not to compete with airlines, not to compete with tourism board or so on. It's really to get all the information at the same place, and that could be our main advantage for the passengers, really to get the help that they're looking for.
And are you still recommending passengers arrive at the airport 3 hours in advance? Yes. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's changed because that changed a lot. I mean, it was before it was 3 hours as well, but with the documentations and people are really they come back to trips for travel, and it's not that obvious for them. So. Yeah, so the more they have time and get ready for all the formalities, better it is. And for us, it's very important to get this stress down and to get entertainment around the waiting time.
So what trends are you seeing coming through in your passengers, and which do you think will be here to stay? I mean, you mentioned that they want greater visibility over their entire journey. So do you think that's a trend that will be here to stay?
Yeah, and I think the trend is the balance between the digital and the human. That's going to be more and more important. They want to have the control of their trip, so all the control coming from the digital. So everything that they can get ready before, it will be very important. But on the other hand, they were looking for the human touch, the thing that they can't find on the website, or when the stress coming really, really important. How can I find a smile, a catch eye that really gets me maybe relaxing? So it's going to be important that to not stop the human for the digital, because it's not going to help the journey at the end. So yeah, it's I think it's a trend and the challenge that for an airport to work on it with all the stakeholders as well, because not just the airport, it's all the community.
Now, what's keeping you awake at night?
I think it's really to all the passengers really find what they're looking for. If I'm a family, to be really happy what I'm looking for my children, and have all the services. If I'm a businessman, I know where to plug for working. I have a comfort space. So all these personas, all these profiles. For me, it's very important to be focused on and having the customized solutions, and that's maybe a way, because I'm very conscious that we can't find all the solutions right now, but how can we improve ourselves, and how can I get all the airport community engaged in this commitment?
Yes, because even though everyone's at an airport, everyone is travelling, they're all travelling for a different reason.
Exactly.
And you need to remain sensitive, because some people might be travelling for holiday, for business, some people might be going to a funeral.
Exactly. And that's difficult because, and that's why human is very important, because digital is really to be your very fact action. Human will be really your relationship that you can find, and the human will know if you are in happy emotion or if you're a sad emotion, and how they can help.
Absolutely. So final question, what are the most exciting developments happening at your airport in the next year or so?
Well, an exciting one is we are building a new terminal in 2024, and this new terminal is not just it's a unique terminal because it's going to be the first bioclimatic terminal in a tropical environment, so with no air conditioner, with just fresh natural ventilation with fresh air. So it's going to be the first picture when you arrive at the island, and that's going to be completely different, and it's going to be very unique, because you're going to be in and out in the terminal, waiting your luggage. So it's going to be a fantastic project, and it's on work very good. So
no air conditioning?
No air conditioning, just only the small shops and customs, but no air conditioning. It's all going to be only natural ventilation with a canyon all around the building, getting the warmer out, and so it's going to be very innovative technical design.
That is fantastic. I'll have to look out for kind of more announcements about that then in the future.
It's going to be a very, very momentum.
Fantastic. Karine, that was my last question. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.